video for the summer, spring, summer kind of thing, and it's all the kind of makeup from the drugstore that I'm currently wearing every day pretty much, and I'm really loving. I've got lots of pinks and light pinks and nudie kind of blush toned colours. Yeah, so I'm going to get straight into it, and I'm going to start with, why not, blushes. I don't know why. I'm not doing it in any kind of particular order, but I do have a couple to show you guys that I've kind of actually gone back to. This is my blusher from Soap & Glory, and it's Love at First Blush, and it's such a beautiful blush, and it's really a really lovely kind of fine powder, and it's got like hints of little shimmers in them, but they don't really transfer that much onto the face, the shimmers, so it comes out beautiful on the skin. And I just like to get my brush and swish it around in all the colours, and sometimes I even like to use just the two whites there as kind of a highlight. It's not the one I'm wearing at the moment, but I do love wearing it every day. It's such a beautiful blush to have. I think it retails for about £12. It's quite expensive for a blush, especially from the drugstore, but I really like this one. I mean, it's definitely been one of my favourites for a long time. I love the fact that it has 24 months usage on it, so it's kind of a blusher that I tend to go back for the next summer, hence why I'm using it more so now. Such a pretty colour. It's Rhody Radiance Shimmer Powder, so definitely check that out, guys. And I think Boots do a lot of Soap & Glory. I think I picked mine up in Boots quite a while ago now, and it's definitely one of my favourites. It's not too shimmery as well, it's just the right amount of rosy pink that I love to have on my cheeks. So it's that one. And then I recently picked this up, and honestly, with that Soap & Glory one, it's not as pigmented as this. You have to be so light-handed with this because it's very pigmented. With this, you can pick up a little bit on your brush and gradually build the colour up. With this, you have to be very, very careful, because even the lightest touch with your brush will show up on your cheeks. It's very, very pigmented, so just a word of advice when you're putting it on, be very light-handed with it. I've got it on, it's the blusher I have currently on today, so I had to be quite light-handed with it, but it just gives such a beautiful colour to my cheeks, especially for the summer. I think it's perfect to have that colour on your cheeks when you're out, even day to day, during the day, kind of everyday kind of look. So I love it. I'm loving it at the moment because I keep wearing it every day. It's like one of those blushes that you just grab and you think, yeah, I'm wearing this today. I've been really reaching for it, especially these last couple of weeks. The other blush that I'm really loving is a cream blush. I kind of wanted to show you guys that, you know, you don't always have to be using a powdered blush. If cream blushes is what you like, then this has to be one of my favourite cream blushes on the high street. It's this one, and it's from H&M. I've got mine in the colour Dusty Rose. I really love my Dusty Rose colours in the summer, springtime. It's the Dusty Rose Pure Velvet Cream Blusher. So I'm really loving this colour at the moment, and even though it's a cream blusher, it doesn't feel at all heavy on the skin. It goes on really light, it blends out really nicely as well. It's not, some cream blushes I find really hard to blend out. This one isn't. It blends really well, and it kind of blends like a powder, and you just have the perfect amount of colour on your cheeks. It feels really light on, it doesn't feel sticky or residuey or anything like that. I would say I try and kind of put a powder on top just to kind of set it, because I kind of get quite greasy in my T-zone area, and it tends to go around this area here, so I just kind of like to powder on top when I have a cream blusher on. But I know everyone doesn't have to do that, but it's just me, I tend to do that. Sometimes when I have too much, I've put too much blusher on, I tend to try and go in with the powder to kind of make it look a little less pigmented. But this has to be one of my favourite cream blushes on the I know it's not from the drugstore, but it's from the high street at the moment. I think it retails for about a drugstore blusher price anyway. It's about £5.99. Check their range out because it's amazing, and the formula of these are amazing as well. Something that I don't even think drugstores always have with creamy blushes. Sometimes I find drugstore blushes, the creamy ones, a bit too heavy, but this is very light-handed. I would recommend that if you're looking for a cream blusher. I will quickly mention my highlighter, which is from MUA, I think. Yeah, it's from Makeup Academy, and it's quite an old highlighter, but I just wanted to mention it because I love it this time of spring, summer time. I really love wearing it. I think it really complements the pinks as well. It's Undress Your Skin Shimmer Highlighter. I'm sure it's been so popular, this colour as well. I've got mine in Apolescent Amber. It's a lightweight powder that transforms your complexion from a luminous shimmer, and it does. It's so beautiful, and it doesn't feel cheap or anything. It doesn't feel like it's from the high street. It's such a beautiful shimmer, and if you're just really quick, want something to go complement that blusher, that highlight I have on today, and actually it's not the highlight I have on today, I have one on from the Revolution collection, sorry about that, but this, even with the pinks, really does look great. And honestly guys, it is lightweight when you put it on. It's not creamy, it's not cakey or anything, and it's such a beautiful highlight. It swatches so well, and it transfers on the face so well. It feels so fine, it blends so well as well, and you just get a beautiful colour on your cheeks. I will say that this only has 12 months, well, only, I know it's quite a lot, 12 months, but mine, I feel like I need a new one because I haven't used it in so long. It's looking like it needs to be changed. So make sure you guys are using makeup that is within date, because you don't want to be putting old makeup on your face. It's not good for your skin at all. But I don't think I've had this longer than 12 months. I think it's just my brush has been in there and kind of made it look a bit not the colour that it's supposed to be, but it is still a great highlight to have. I love wearing it, especially with the pink blushes in the summer and every day as well. Sometimes I don't even highlight, but if I was going to, I would go between this highlight and the couple of our highlights that I have from Revolution, from their Radiance palette. These are my ultimate favourite to have on when I'm wearing blusher. And I especially love this colour on the end, but today I'm wearing this one in the middle, which is kind of like a white kind of highlight. But I really do think when you don't want too much colour in your cheeks because the blush is standing out, I've only got a subtle amount of shimmer highlight just on my cheekbone area here and kind of near my eye. I have highlighted my brow bone area, but with an eyeshadow that I will mention later. But honestly guys, this is a great highlight to have, and you have a range from the drugstore with the Revolution collection. You get 3 highlighters that are both amazing. They're so good. I don't want to talk about all these products too much. I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of what kind of products I'm using this summer, and probably will change it up a little bit, but these ones I'm currently loving in the last few weeks to use. But they swatch beautifully, and they look they transfer great on the face. They feel great, they blend really well. It's a subtle it's a great subtle highlight to have. It's not overdoing it. It just does the job like a high-end one would perform as well. Definitely recommend these highlighters. And the other eye palette that I wanted to mention was this one from L'Oreal. It's actually quite new, but honestly guys, I'm loving using this. My favourite colours in this palette, and it's the eyeshadow that I have at the moment. I've been using it every day since I've bought it. I love it. I think it retails for about $9.99, so it's quite expensive for an eye palette from the drugstore, where you can get a Revolution one for about £4, which I have and I use. But I've just been loving the formula of these eyeshadows. They're so light, they blend well, and it's also feels really like it sits well with my skin tone. The colours really perform really nicely with it, my skin texture, my skin tone, my skin colour, everything. So that's why I think I'm loving this. And I didn't think that I would like rosy coloured pinky shades, plummy shades, but actually I'm loving them. I'm more of a neutral brown tone kind of girl, but I'm definitely switching to using more pink toned colours because I think they really suit me. I've got at the moment in my brow bone area here, I've just highlighted, I've got this colour on the end. it's a bit shimmery. If you like more of a matte highlight in that brown brow bow area, then I don't think they have a matte nude in here. So, but I don't mind it. I think it complements the highlight on my cheekbones quite nicely. And then I've got this one here as just an all over kind of colour in my crease, and then I've gone over with this colour and then this one on top, and honestly they're my favourite combo to use, those four colours. They're working so well, and I really feel like it complements the blusher to go with it so well. That new collection from L'Oreal with the Le Blush, all those blushes and that are coming out in these sets. I think they have a nude and then they have a neutral one, which are more brownie toned ones, are amazing. I'm really enjoying this palette, and I love how compact it is to carry even in your handbag. I mean, compared to the Revolution eye palettes, they're like a fraction of the size, so they really come in handy. The fact that their packaging, I think they've really thought about that. Even their blushes are really nice and compact and small, but you're still getting a great amount of product out of the products. Because sometimes I feel like with my Revolution eye palettes and Radiance palettes and, you know, blusher palettes, like I don't need as much of the product to last me that 12 months. So I'm glad that everything is a bit more compact and environmentally friendly. Like, we don't need that much makeup, so I'm loving that. I mean, compared to this blush, it's huge. I mean, this, I love that this has a mirror, but this is so cool because if you open this up, you have the blush, and then if you open it up more, it came with a brush, but I don't know where that is, and it comes with a little mirror as well. So, and it's just so easy. I could just pop this in my handbag when I need to reapply blush or anything. So I'm really happy with the packaging. I know we shouldn't care so much about the packaging, but it's really handy to have that compatible packaging. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking about packaging now. And the next thing I'm going to mention is, shall I talk about mascaras or foundation? I'll talk about the mascaras first, because the ones that I'm absolutely loving at the moment, this is my ultimate foundation, ultimate mascara that I have found, and I am loving so much. It gives you straight away, instantly, it gives you the lashes that you want. Their lashes are going in the right direction as soon as you apply this mascara. If you want to go with another coat, you can. Sometimes I don't feel like I even need it. It's the mascara I have on at the moment, and honestly I love the name because it is sensational. It's such a great mascara. I don't really boast that. I'm really picky with my mascaras and my lipsticks, but I have to have a mascara that is going to be really quick to apply, and I'm out the door. If I have mascara where I'm forever sitting there for about half an hour trying to get my lashes to look separated and longer, and I don't get it, I get really frustrated. So this absolutely does the job. As soon as you apply it, it's like it gives you a heap of lashes all in one go, in one coat, and you're not sitting there forever. It has this curved wand that really, it's like it's going in the shape your eyelashes are, and you just keep following it around with the brush, and it's going in the right direction to the way you want your lashes, and it coats them so well as well. And I found that it's really good on the bottom lashes as well. It just really leaves a nice effect to my lashes as well. It's not that it just leaves them nice and lengthened and volumized and separated. It really leaves my lashes looking just amazing, like the way I want them to look. I think that was just my stomach. I obviously need to eat something. It's getting quite late and I haven't even had any lunch, but I just wanted to get this filmed because I am really excited about all the different types of products that I really want to share with you guys. The other foundation that I'm currently liking and I'm using into the spring summer now more so than my heavier foundation is a lighter foundation. I normally use my Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation, but I'm finding it quite heavy, so I wanted something more lightweight when I'm outside in the sun and things like that. So I've gone back to using my Healthy Mix Serum. I think it's one of the greatest foundations at the drugstore at the moment, and I would highly recommend you guys check it out. It's so lightweight, but it gives you the perfect amount of pigment foundation to kind of, well, it does for me, to balance out, to kind of balance out and the word? Why am I being like this today? It's to balance out and actually just the rest of your face, to not kind of give you like a really heavy heavy coverage, just a light nice coverage to tone out the rest of my face. It really does that for me, and with the powder on top it's all blended out great and it sits on my face well. It doesn't cake up or anything. It feels great on my skin. I cannot complain about this foundation. It's the Healthy Mix in number 55, and it's kind of a sandy kind of brown, medium coloured one medium coloured foundation. And honestly guys, I'm absolutely loving it. I've got it on today and I just feel like it feels great on my skin when I'm out and about and things like that. The other foundation I just like to mention, because it's also still a favourite of mine, depending on what type of coverage I'm going for or what kind of effect I'm going for. If I want a matte, then I would go for this. If I'm going for more of a dewy kind of just healthy kind of natural kind of skin finish, then I would go for my Healthy Mix serum. But honestly, this is a great foundation to have if you like more of a matte. I just wanted to give you two kind of ideas, two kind of foundations to go for. If you're more of a matte, then this would really work. It can be quite drying on the skin, so I would just recommend using a moisturizer, and possibly if you have dry sensitive skin like me, using a primer on top just to give you that extra moisture to hold the foundation nicely and not go into any of your dry patches or make even your skin dry afterwards. I would recommend using a moisturizer with this, because it's so matte, it could leave your skin quite dry, but the finish of this foundation is amazing. I love it. It doesn't feel heavy on at all. It feels literally like flawless, like so matte. It's got a great matte finish. It's kind of like the Giorgio Armani, the original one, but L'Oreal have kind of tried to dupe it in a way, I feel anyway, because it's the same sort of formula, to the fact that it's matte in its texture and it just feels really lightweight on your skin. It looks really flawless and feels great. So I have mine in the colour Honey 30, so yeah, I really love it, and it's still one that I go towards if I want more of a matte flawless kind of finish. The other thing I wanted to talk about was powders. Powder that I'm loving at the moment, is it just this one? It's this one. I normally use my Laura Mercier one, but honestly I've been loving this one. I've nearly finished my Laura Mercier one, and I've just gone back to using my H&M one. I do love the Maybelline Fit Me powder. It works really well with my dry skin, but this also does, and it's the H&M Warm Beige True Matte Finishing Powder. So it's kind of a matte finish, but it really doesn't at all go into my fine lines at all. It doesn't cake up on my skin. I powder wherever I need to powder, under my eyes, wherever I need to powder, like on my face, on my forehead where I get quite greasy during the day. It does not cake up at all, not under my eyes or anything, and I could have some pretty heavy concealer under my eyes and it doesn't cake up. This powder does not cake up at all. It just literally sets my concealer and foundation in place. I have this colour here. I wanted to go for something lighter, but I think this is just perfect for me because it's not too dark, it's not too light, and I don't get kind of a mismatched kind of colour to my face. It's what I have at the moment. I also put it on top of my blusher sometimes if I've gone in too heavy with my blusher. I feel like it tones it down a little bit and sets the rest of my makeup and my face in place. I really do love it. I would recommend these, you guys checking these out, because they're around the same price as drugstore one anyway. They're about $7.99 for a powder, and they have a combination, a great range. They have matte powders, they have translucent powders, pressed powders. So honestly guys, check that out, because their range, their newer range, which I think has been out for the last year, it's just so much better than the makeup that they had before. It's like really amazing. Like, I really love their selection of makeup at the moment. The other thing that I wanted to mention was a contour palette from the drugstore. It's from the L'Oreal Infallible Sculpt collection, and it's the contour and highlight palette. One is the highlight here. I don't really use the highlight that much, but the contour actually I'm really loving. I'm not wearing contour today. I just feel like I didn't need it. I used a powder contour around here and then the tops of my forehead, but I haven't really contoured to the point where I wanted it on before my blush. But it's like a creamy kind of pigment but it's a very light contour. It blends out so well. It's very buildable, the coverage of it, and yeah, it's really lightweight. I actually was kind of dubious about this because I thought it's a cream contour, and I don't usually go for cream contours, but the way the formula works for this, it's actually thrown me a little bit because it's very light. So when you blend it out onto your skin, the contour feels really light, but you have a subtle amount of contour on your face, and then you can build up if you want more, but it doesn't feel cakey or greasy on. It's so bizarre because I thought that it would do that, but it hasn't, for me anyway, done that when I've worn it. I don't wear contour every day. Sometimes I feel like I just want to be on the quick go, a little bit of blush on my cheeks, and I don't really have time to contour. But when I do, on the weekends or when we have somewhere to go, this is really working for me. It's a really subtle contour, and they also do them in other colours. I got mine in the medium, light to medium. I think I got mine because I don't really like a heavy dark contour, but they do have another one that is the dark one. But check it out, guys, and swatch them, because and it has even like a little mirror inside, but to even hear cream contour, I'm like, no. But this is a formula that I've not actually come across before, and I can see why it's been hyped up, because the formula of this is very different to any other type of cream contour. So that's the cream contour. I've mentioned mascaras. I'm just going to talk about a primer quickly that I'm absolutely loving and gone back to. I feel it really works nice and lightly under my light foundation. Normally I use my Estee Lauder, my Elizabeth Arden retexturizing primer, but from the drugstore I've recently been loving this one. It's the baby skin instant pore eraser. I'm sure this has been spoken about so many times. It's so lightweight on your skin. It leaves like your pores flawless. Like it's invincible as well, so it allows you to kind of just not have any luminosity to your skin when you have it on. It's an extra moisturization on top of your foundation, and it literally kind of just like leaves a nice sheen. You can't even see that, but it leaves just a nice sheen to your skin before you're applying your foundation, and it's a great base to have for your foundation. It just feels great as well. It literally feels like nothing. It's like invincible. It just blends so well into your skin, and you're good to go to put your foundation on, but at the same time it's really just leaving a good canvas for your foundation to go on, and it allows your makeup to stay in place and not move around so much when it's on. The other one I wanted to mention, which I also love, I would probably use this more with my matte foundation, and this one I've been loving recently, and mixing it with my Healthy Mix serum, because it leaves a really nice, as well as being a primer and helping your makeup to stay in place, it leaves a lovely luminous look to your skin. It's like you've got a highlighter on underneath your foundation, and I feel like this combination with my Healthy Mix serum allows my skin to be kind of nice and glowy at the same time. And it's from the L'Oreal Paris Lumi Magnifique Base Pure Light Primer, and I really love this. I was spectacle, what's the word, I can't even remember. Anyway, I was quite dubious to use it as well, because I just didn't want a heavy primer, but it is actually not a heavy primer, even though it's giving you that really lovely luminous kind of skin glow to your skin. It doesn't feel heavy on your face when you have it on top of your foundation. It feels very light. So I'm so glad I found these two primers. So I am going from moving back, like for this one more for my Healthy Mix serum, and this one when I'm wearing more of a mattifying foundation. I know there's so many foundations out there, guys, primers out there, guys, that can be quite overwhelming for which one to choose and things like that, but I hope this helps, guys, because I try and use more of a mattifying primer for my more matte foundation, and a more of a luminous-y one for my kind of Healthy Mix dewy kind of finished foundations, or natural finishing foundations. Yeah, I hope that helps, because that's what I've been doing anyway. The other things I wanted to mention were eyes again, and it's these eye products from L'Oreal, I think, and one's from Maybelline Fit Me. The Maybelline Fit Me concealer has to be an all-time favourite of mine now. I love this. It does not crease under my eyes. It's drugstore price. It's not like I'm spending lots of money on a concealer, and it lasts me so long. It's a great consistency to have in a primer. It's a good coverage to have for a concealer. So it's a very heavy concealer, which I love. High coverage concealer. I need it for under my eyes. I've got it to match my skin tone, because I feel like I have dark heavy eyes, and this blends in with the rest of my skin tone so my under eye is always quite dark, but then when I apply my concealer, it's like it's color corrected to blend in with the rest of my skin tone. So I'm so glad that that concealer is working for me, because I always worry with drugstore ones, I can never find a concealer that does not crease under my eyes. All of them always crease under my eyes. This so far has not. I'm absolutely loving it, and it's from Maybelline New York Fit Me concealer, and I can't remember what colour I have, but it does say 35 there, and I think the sticker has kind of come off. So I'm so loving that the last few weeks. I also use it in combination with this to kind of highlight under my eye area as well after I've applied that. And it's the Dream Lumi Touch highlighter concealer, and I love this. It's in such a nice colour as well. I feel like it's the perfect colour for me. It's not too light, it's not too dark. I've got mine in the number 3 Sand Sable. If you're looking for a concealer highlighter that doesn't crease under your eyes, this is great. It really does not crease under my eyes. I just love it. I powder afterwards with like a translucent or the H&M powder, and it just doesn't crease under my eyes. I feel like these two combinations are really working for me. Where is the other one? These two combinations are really working for me at the moment as concealers from the drugstore. Amazing. Like, I feel like they do what a high-end one would do. Like my Clinique Beyond Perfecting Concealer is a high coverage concealer, but these just work just as well even for an everyday. Amazing. So if you're looking for a concealer that doesn't crease up and you've got dry sensitive skin, or just your normal skin and you're looking for a good concealer on top of your foundation, these are highly recommended. The other one I really wanted to speak about, and I'm loving at the moment, is this brow plumper from L'Oreal. It's a brow artist plumper. I don't know whether people have spoken about this or done any reviews on this, but I'm currently loving this. I feel like this is all I kind of need to give my brows that extra pigment, that extra just colour that they need, that extra lift that they kind of need for every day. I don't need anything else. I just use this. It also sets my eyebrows in place. So it's definitely one of my favourites at the moment. It's kind of like a mascara wand. I'm hoping it's not going to dry out, but possibly it will. But at the moment, for the last 2-3 weeks, it has been lasting quite long. I just apply it like I would a mascara, but on my eyes it gives a great pigment. I've got mine in like the colour medium to dark, so it's the right colour for me. I feel like it really blends in with my hair colour and everything. I don't have a problem with the colour. It feels really nice. It's not like other eyebrow enhancing kind of thing, eyebrow kind of mascara. It's different, because I used to use the Maybelline one and I didn't like it because I felt like it really dried my eyebrows out and left that kind of crispy feeling on my eyebrows, and everything was kind of stiff. With this one I don't have any of that. It feels great. It doesn't feel like my eyebrows are stiff or anything, or crusty or like sticky, or you get that little white residue. None of that with this, and you can apply quite a few coats of it and you won't get that residue. So that's one great thing about this. I think this is going to be one of my favorites. I'm currently loving the pigment that it gives it. I feel like I don't need to apply another like powdered eyebrow kit, eyebrow extra color to my eyes, because I feel like this is giving me enough for an everyday kind of color. So check that out, guys, because if you're looking for a new eyebrow kind of easy to go, on the go kind of, I need to get ready and hurry up and get out the door, then this could possibly be a very good one. And the other last thing, I'm gonna finally stop talking now, because this is probably the longest video ever, but aren't they all? Are lipsticks, and my favourite lipsticks at the moment on the high street are these, and I think I've spoken about these so much. I have mine in the colour Sugar Rush and Red Alert. These are my favourite colours. I also have the colour, what's it called, Lennox Lounge, but I don't wear it as much during the day. I feel like it's more of an evening kind of vampy kind of quite a dark red as well. It's more of a wintry red, so I'm not using that one that much at the moment. But my favourite is Red Alert, which is this one, and it's so beautiful. And then also Sugar Rush, which I love. I'm wearing it at the moment and I love it. They're like semi-matte textures, semi-matte formulas, but the lasting power on these are like nothing I've seen before. They last so long. All the drugstore ones that I've tried recently, from the Sexy Balm collection, the ones in the bold, and the L'Oreal, I don't even know what these are called, but they're matte lip balms. They have no lasting power. They don't last at all long on your lips. They kind of, after like half an hour to an hour, they just start rubbing off, and I don't know why. And especially in this middle area, which you can't, and then the rest of your lips are on, it just doesn't look right. But these colours from the H&M range of matte lipsticks, so I don't know what they're called, but they're definitely from their matte lipstick range, and they have a huge range of lipsticks, lip glosses, lip stains, lip balms, everything. So I would check that out because they're so long lasting. At the same time, they're matte. I think they have enough moisture to them. I would say they're semi-matte, so I would say they have a tiny bit of moisture to them to make the lipsticks last all day. I think if it was completely matte, then that's why, hence these are probably drying out, because they are so matte. But if you don't mind reapplying your lipstick, then it's fine, you can buy those. But these, you don't have to kind of reapply all day. They last all day and they don't leave that flaky dryness to your lips, whereas these do. So you're reapplying and reapplying, and they eventually just start, your lips just start drying up and flaking up, and it's horrible. I hate it. I like a lipstick that I can keep on for the whole day and not have to worry about going to the bathroom and having to reapply your lipstick. I mean, you know, I just like something that I know when I'm speaking to someone and speaking all day and spending the whole day out, that it's not kind of rubbed off and I'm not looking silly with having like rubbed off lipstick in between. So lipsticks and mascaras I'm really picky about. But those are my favourite. I think that's everything. Favourite drugstore makeup little essentials to have at the moment. I'm currently absolutely loving these products and this combination. I have most of it on my face at the moment. I'm wearing the Sugar Rush lipstick from H&M, the blush from the L'Oreal, the mascara is the Lash Sensational from Maybelline, and I love all Maybelline mascara, especially the Colossal. It's amazing as well. But honestly guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I can do more videos like this for you guys, just to give you an update on all the different types of makeup products out there, and what I'm currently loving, and if it gives you any ideas to help you guys choose the right type of products, then I hope it helps. And hopefully I will see you guys in the next video. Please do not forget to like or give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and comment if you want to comment on anything I said, or if there's any type of videos, guys, yeah, if there's any type of videos that I could do for you guys, please just leave a comment below and I will get back. I will think about what I can do for you guys. That's a really bad ending to the video, but thanks guys so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye.